Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time to spend a little time with me. I always appreciate that. And I would like to welcome you to another edition of Terrible Towel Tuesday. I am your host, Sim Football Critic. Now, you've probably already figured this out. This is not a live stream. My schedule got changed this week. I had to actually go into work, guys. Well, I'm going into work on Tuesday. So I had to pre-record this video, at least so you have the same routine and you're still used to seeing an episode on Tuesday. So I apologize that it couldn't be live, but I hope you guys still share your thoughts and comment, down in the comments and things of that nature. So let's go ahead and breeze through this, man. And you notice I said breeze because there's really not a whole lot to talk about. Just a few little things. The only thing I'm really going to talk about today, man, is the recent signings from the rookies, as well as, the rookie minicamp took place and some things that I'm hearing coming out of minicamp. All right, so we'll do that. And then that'll be it. Not a whole lot to talk about today. But again, just want to keep you guys in the routine of seeing something on Tuesday since you guys have said that you definitely like it. I want to make sure I'm providing some type of content. So first and foremost, let's take a look at some of the signings. As you see, I'm looking down at my computer here. They did sign a tackle, Jake Rogers. I don't know much about him. They signed cornerback Brian Allen. We know who Brian Allen is. 5th round draft pick, the 6'3", 200+ pound cornerback out of Utah. Hopefully he turns out to be something, with him switching from wide receiver in college, going into the DB situation. Hey, let's think Richard Sherman. I mean, that's wishful thinking, right? But we've seen this happen before. The good thing about it is when you have cornerbacks who who were transitioned from wide receiver, they usually have these. They usually have some type of hands, ball skills. That can definitely help. And again, man, his physical stature, being 6'3", 200+ pounds, I think he's like 210, 215, something like that, definitely makes me smile when I think about the possibility of a guy like this in press coverage. Yeah, we'll see. So he actually signed, was the first rookie to sign. Here's another guy, Keion Adams. Now, Keion Adams is a guy we all know that was drafted late, I believe the 7th round. I can't remember exactly what school he went to. I can't remember right off the top of my head, guys. Forgive me for that. But he is the another outside linebacker that we signed. Where did he go to school? Western Michigan. I think Western Michigan. I could check that in a moment, but I think it was Western Michigan. So he's our 7th round pick. Again, this is probably going to be a guy who has to show something on special teams. However, they were actually saying that they saw some promise out of him in minicamp. Now, I don't know how much promise you can see. I guess NFL coaches can see potential just in the way you move and your agility and things of that nature, much like some of the things you see with pre-draft visits and workouts, combine, etc., etc. But I'm hearing that, he's showing some promise at edge, being able to rush the quarterback and the edge spot. We definitely need that, right? So what I'll do, I'll put his, the link to his highlights down in the description so you can check that out for yourselves. But yeah, that's what we're hearing, early results coming out of minicamp. We'll see how things progress through OTAs, as well as, when the real training camp starts. Now, excuse me, guys, you may see me drink something here from time to time, man. I'm battling allergies and things of that nature. I got some Alka-Seltzer here, allergy, that I'm trying to, drink down and go to sleep on that before I go to work. So excuse me, man. My voice is a little gone and my throat is tickling a little bit, so I apologize. Excuse me for a second. Thank you, guys. Bear with me with that. All right, so the next rookie to sign was, guess who? The long snapper, Colin Hoba. Now, let me not just shame him. It's not his fault that he has a talent, snapping the ball, if you will. Listen, it is a talent that you need it. You need it in the NFL. Greg Warren has been that guy for us for 13 years. To me, seeing that they drafted him and the fact that he's already signed, which doesn't mean anything, but you just kind of seeing the trend. Greg Warren is older. You heard Kevin Colbert even elaborate on the things that they saw from this guy that could lead to some more things than him just being a snapper. They said it gives him, more, possibility of being able to be another defender on punt coverage and things like that because of his physical stature. I'm kind of feeling like this kid is going to make it. Maybe Greg Warren don't. Maybe he doesn't. I think Hoba will make the team so long as he's able to compete and be as good or better as Greg Warren. I think you keep him for obvious reasons, youth and things of that nature. So we'll see. And then James Conner has signed. So, you know, obviously, some of these guys you know are going to be around. Excuse me, guys. Trying to fight through this. But obviously, you know, guys like James Conner are going to be there. Brian Allen, to me, is a wild card, as well as Keion Adams. I think Brian Allen may have more potential to make the team because of the need. We definitely have a need at cornerback, as well as edge rushing. But I think you may have more guys in the outside linebacker spot that you could possibly lean on. Well, as I say that, I mean, I think they're equally thin in both positions. But I just feel like Brian Allen might have a better opportunity because, you know, I think you would sacrifice rotating the guys you already have at edge, now adding T.J. Watt. And, you know, maybe you hope a guy like Chicolo comes further along. And of course, James, and of course, Dupree, and whoever else they may keep, whether it's going to be Moats or somebody like that. And again, here's Keion Adams. Here's his chance. Show up on special teams and edge capability, some rush capability. You may make the team. But I think Brian Allen makes the team for the same reason. We need more corners. We need more rotation there. We need another guy on the outside, a big guy, maybe a guy that we can bring in nickel or dime personnel. So we'll see. It's all right, guys. We're going to be fighting through this cold, man. These allergies, I guess, through this whole show. So I'll try not to keep you too long. Now, here's a couple things I'm also hearing coming out of the minicamp. Now, this guy, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he was at minicamp because I know sometimes second-year players can come. But I'm hearing them talk very positively about Tyler Minicamp. You know, I'm hearing that they have high hopes for him going into his second season, thinking that, you know, maybe he'll be able to help us more so than on special teams. I read today, and I didn't even notice, that Minicamp led the team in tackles on special teams. What did he also do in his rookie? No, I'm sorry, not rookie, but his last year in college. What did he also do? He led the NCAA in tackles. I've been saying all along, this kid has a nose for the ball. He's a hard-nosed type of guy. Not the most athletic, not the most fast. Oh, excuse me. But he kind of, let's put it in this perspective. I'm not comparing the two guys, but let's talk about it like this. Think about what Zach Thomas was. You guys remember Zach Thomas that played for the Dolphins? Wasn't even that big of a guy. Wasn't as, you know, super fast, wasn't the most athletic, but he was super productive. This guy was crazy productive in his time in the NFL. Maybe Minicamp is one of those guys. You know, you think. You already have a Ryan Shazier who's very fast, very quick, you know, has a knack for the ball as well, but that's your fast, athletic guy. You know, there's nothing wrong with having a sure tackler on the other side. Because if you think about it, Lawrence Timmons started to be that because he started to slow down because of his age. One could say that Vince Williams is somewhat of that. Vince Williams, you know, has a little bit of speed. Definitely not like Shazier. I mean, not a whole lot of linebackers has Shazier's speed. But Vince Williams has deceptive speed. You know, we saw him chase a guy down in last season. But what I'm saying is nobody talks about him for speed and covering all angles of the field. You know, he's actually a little suspect in coverage, but he's a tackler, and he's a hard tackler. He gets to the ball. So I think Minicamp has a chance to spell Vince Williams. I don't see him, you know, a problem with him coming in and playing behind Vince Williams and spelling one of those guys when they need it. He could. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but I thought it was interesting that they're already talking about that this early on, that they have high hopes for Minicamp. Now, here's another guy, Cameron Sutton. I'm hearing a whole lot of talk about he looked well, you know, again, football in shorts, but he was looking very well, you know, very good out there. And this is what I'm hearing about a lot of these guys, with Juju as well. You're hearing that these guys are very cerebral. I'm cool with that. You know, you hear the stories about Cam Sutton, how he knows everybody's position. That's what he was known for out of Tennessee. He knew the responsibility of every one of his defensive players. That's the type of guy you need on your team. that little bit of that can give you a little bit of edge when you know what everybody's supposed to do. Because think about it, the way the Steelers play defense, more so when we were with Dick LeBeau, everybody had a responsibility, and you know how it used to be. Certain guys hold the point of attack, other guys make the play, etc., etc. It's a little more flexible now with Keith Butler. He does allow everybody to get at the ball, get at the quarterback, if you will. That's why you see more opportunities for Cam Hayward as well as Stephon Tuitt to be pass rushers and not just point of attack type guys. But it's still, a cohesive unit. So if you can get a young guy like that, a rookie, who's probably going to play a bit, might start in the slot, might start on the outside, because he may challenge Ross Cockrell. We'll see. But you get a guy like that that's already used to doing that. What if he comes into our defense and does the same? That's a gem right there. I'm loving that. Same thing I'm hearing about Juju. They're saying that, you listen to him talk. He's mature for his age. He's always had to be in the position where he had to mature fast. Even at USC, he comes in the league at 17. I mean, the college league. I said league, but I'm talking about NCAA, not NFL. But he comes into the NCAA at 17. He's on our team right now at 20. He won't be 21 until later in the year, like November, I think it is. Get a guy like that, man, that's cerebral like that, mature for his age. That's what you need. Those are the type of players you need. Good stuff that I'm hearing from those guys. Josh Dobbs as well. We already know with him and his mental capacity. But, Josh Dobbs, again, he's probably not going to have as much opportunity. I'm pretty sure he won't have as much opportunity as the rest of these guys in the season. I hope not, because I'm hoping that Ben Roethlisberger will be able to stay healthy, even though if he doesn't, in the last couple years, he hasn't necessarily played all 16 games. If he's not healthy, I would love to see Dobbs get a chance. It would be phenomenal if he is able to beat out Landry Jones for the number 2 spot. Excuse me again, guys. This thing is kicking my butt, man. I need to take another drink of the medicine here. I appreciate you guys bearing with me, man. I'm going to thank you in advance. But yeah. And also J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt. There we go again. How many times are we going to say that, guys? T.J. Watt. We're hearing that. One thing I read today, they said that T.J. Watt is actually, he's not going to go as far as saying it's kind of easy, but he's picking up everything he's learning so far very well. Remember, the system that he played in at Wisconsin is similar. It's a similar type defense. So he kind of knows, what to do. The lingo, of course, will be different. And I'm sure there's way more sprinkles in the Steelers defense than what, they were playing in Wisconsin. But, familiarity is always good. Maybe it would work for this guy. It didn't work out for, I'm trying to recall this guy's name. It was a linebacker we drafted a couple years ago. I can't remember his name now. I think he played at UCLA. I can't remember. Jordan something, I think his name was. I can't remember it. But they were thinking that this guy, because he, kind of played in that system, they thought he was going to be a good fit. He didn't ever seem to pan out. Can't remember his name. I'm sorry, guys. You guys that follow the Steelers, and I could even be wrong with the school, but y'all know who I'm talking about. But anyway, it doesn't always mean it's a sure end shot that you're going to make the team or be great, at the defense. But I think it's a good start if it's familiar to you. So we'll see how that pans out. I think that's about all I wanted to cover today, guys. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I may have missed. Oh, as far as the cerebral approach with the defense, remember, Keith Butler kind of openly said that, they did kind of scale the defense down a little bit to make it a little more basic, kind of take some of the simplicity, make it more, complacent and, more simple, because it was a little complex. And, because we had rookies playing, they wanted to simplify everything and make it, an even kill for them to bring them along. So now these guys are the second year playing, and if you can get guys like a Sutton or Watt, somebody who can pick this thing up quick, maybe we can start adding more, more complexity in there, a few more things in there to more, deviations from what we normally do. Maybe some mix and match type coverages or some exotic blitzes. You see what I'm saying? So it's always great when you could get guys coming in on the team that's already, heady coming in to the seasons. Because, all of these guys I think are going to have a chance to play. If you go through the draft picks again, probably even Hoba is probably going to be the guy that's long snapping. But I think they all have a chance. The outside chances right now, again, I would say is Keion Adams. Outside, he's going to have to be a special teamer. Anybody like that is going to have to show up on special teams to make the 53. Brian Allen is a tricky one, though, because I think there's a spot for him. We'll see. Because I think if there's a possibility to move Will Gay out, then he's going to make the team. Because obviously, this is what you'd want to see. You would probably want to see, of course, you want to see Artie Burns and then Ross Cockrell. And then you would more or less want to see, let's say, Golson. You would hope Golson is healthy, right? Then you would say Cam Sutton, that's another guy. And then you're looking at Brian Allen, right? And I could be missing somebody, and you may hear some water running, guys. I'm down in the man cave, and my wife is giving my son a bath, so y'all may hear a little water in the background. Apologize for that, running down the pipes. But if I'm missing anybody at corner, let me take a look, man, real quick and make sure I'm not off on that. Bear with me a little bit longer, man. We're almost done. Struggle mode for me right now. Yeah, so you got Brian Allen, Artie Burns, Ross Cockrell, Brandon Dixon. This is a guy I believe that we had on the practice squad. Greg Ducre and William Gay, Sinquez Gosa. And it's a plethora of other. Oh, Cody Sensabaugh. So you would imagine that this would be the 6. I think they're going to keep 6. Cody Sensabaugh, Artie Burns, Ross Cockrell, Cameron Sutton, excuse me, Brian Allen, and who would be the next person? Sinquez Golson. Did I say him already? Let's go through it again. Sinquez Golson, Cameron Sutton, Cody Sensabaugh. Looking at them in the slot area. Ross Cockrell, Artie Burns, and I'm missing one. Cameron. Wait. I already said Cameron Sutton. I'm missing somebody, guys. Forgive me. So maybe we're only at Brian Allen. Brian Allen. There we go. Ross Cockrell, Artie Burns, Brian Allen. Looking at your outside guys. Cody Sensabaugh, Cameron Sutton, and Sinquez Golson. That's what you would hope would be the team. You would hope that Sinquez Golson is going to finally bring something. He has that Sean Spencer, have that story, and we'll see. Sean Spence. Guys, I'm having a rough time, man. I'm telling you, the allergies are killing me. But you hope he has that Sean Spence, kind of miraculous recovery off of 2 years out and turns out to be something. And that's what you would think. But, it could go either way, man. William Gay could still be on the team as a depth guy if one of these young guys don't make it happen. Sinquez Golson could easily be cut if he's not what we think he's supposed to be. So we'll see how that goes. But that's how I'm looking at it right now, man. I don't see anything else. Even just browsing through the roster, I don't see anything else that's really going to be a shakeup. I know they brought that kid Teresh Webb in. That was the guy's name that I couldn't remember last week from Pittsburgh. Another local guy. He's a safety. Still got Jacob Hagan. But we'll see. Safety is going to be an interesting spot as well, man, because I still think that, Dangerfield has the ability to make the team because he definitely has a couple seasons with the Steelers now. He did a couple things for us last year when he had to play. So you would expect him to make it. Robert Golden, I don't know. So I'm looking forward to it, man, as we get closer and closer to the OTAs, more of the OTAs and training camp. I'm looking forward to seeing how our guys are shaping up when those pads come on and what the storylines are going to be. And I can't wait till preseason happens, man. I'm going to be watching them. I can't wait to see who's going to step up, who's going to look like a stud, who's going to actually start out of this rookie class. It's going to be interesting to see that. So that's about all I got for you guys, man. Again, I apologize that it's not a live video. I would want it to be that way, but unfortunately we couldn't make that happen. But I should be back live again for you guys next week. So don't forget, before you go, man, share your thoughts in the comments. Let's get some conversation going. Let me hear what you guys think. Any other things that you may have heard of that I may have not mentioned. So I'm sorry, one other guy. Another guy from Pittsburgh, an inside linebacker. His name is Matt Galambos. I don't know much about him. I'm going to put his highlights in the description as well. I want you to take a look at this. Another kid that looks like a Minicamp type guy that gets to the ball. But he looks pretty decent in zone coverage for a middle linebacker. Take a look at that. Steelers have actually signed him after rookie camp. So that something about him may have caught their eye. Again, this could be somebody who can sneak on the team, because we definitely need more help at inside linebacker, because you got Shazier, Vince Williams, Minicamp, and Steven Johnson, I believe. This kid could come in there and take that 4th spot. We'll see. Check him out if you don't already know who he is. I don't really remember him too much from the Pitt Panthers. I've seen him play a couple times, but I don't necessarily remember. But I have his highlights in the description, and check him out. So, all right, guys, as my eyes are watering and nose is running, let me get out of here, man. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and become a part of the home team. Cut on your notifications so you know when a new video and or stream is available. And I promise you guys, it would never hurt you to hit that like button. I'm hurting right now, guys, so please wish me well. Hopefully I get better over the next day or two. And I'm still going into work tomorrow like a trooper. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it. Catch you in the next video. Until then, here we go, Steelers. Peace.